On the eastern tip of Long Island, an abandoned Air Force base sits behind locked gates and rusted radar towers. Locals say the government shut it down decades ago, but what happened under Montauk may have never stopped. Just outside the quiet town of Montauk, New York, lies Camp Hero, a decommissioned military installation built during World War II. Officially, it was a radar research base, established in 1942 as a coastal defense station disguised as a fishing village. Unofficially, locals whispered about screams in the night, power surges, and strange lights rising from the woods. When the base was shut down in 1981, it was sealed, not dismantled. Underground tunnels were welded shut and records vanished. For decades, no one talked about what went on inside, until a man named Preston Nichols came forward. Nichols, a self-proclaimed electrical engineer, claimed he worked on a top-secret program deep beneath Camp Hero. In the 1990s, he began releasing tapes and interviews describing something unbelievable, a secret experiment to control the human mind and even bend time itself. He claimed the base had continued the CIA's MKUltra experiments, using psychic children to open portals to other dimensions. They called it the Montauk Project, a conspiracy theory that has circulated since the early 1980s. According to Nichols, scientists used massive radar transmitters to amplify psychic frequencies with a machine called the Montauk chair. When certain subjects were connected, their thoughts could manifest physically. Objects appeared out of thin air, and then something came through. He described time portals that opened briefly between locations and eventually between eras. One test allegedly sent a subject back to 1943 to the deck of the USS Eldridge, the same ship from the Philadelphia experiment. If true, Montauk wasn't just continuing that experiment, it was finishing it. Nichols claimed that hundreds of children, many runaways never reported missing, were taken to Camp Hero for psychic conditioning. They were subjected to drugs, hypnosis, and electromagnetic exposure to enhance telepathic abilities, trained as remote viewers or psychic soldiers. The most powerful of them all was known only as the Montauk Boy, a child who could manifest living entities from his mind. In 1983, one of those entities escaped. A massive, shadow-like creature rampaged through the base, destroying equipment before disappearing into thin air. The next day, the project was shut down, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions. To this day, the ruins of Camp Hero remain, its radar dish still standing, its underground tunnels sealed. Paranormal investigators report electrical interference, malfunctioning cameras, and screams echoing from the concrete. In 2008, a strange carcass washed up nearby, the so-called Montauk Monster. Officials said it was an animal, but locals weren't so sure. In 2015, workers digging near the base found reinforced steel doors leading down, but state authorities ordered the site immediately sealed. Years later, the creators of Stranger Things confirmed the show was originally titled Montauk. Its story, a secret lab experimenting on children to open gateways to another dimension, wasn't fiction. It was inspired by Nichols' testimony. The more you read the reports, the harder it becomes to tell where the show ends and history begins. Maybe it's all myth, maybe it's all memory, but somewhere beneath the ground in Montauk, something happened that no one can explain. And if you stand near the old radar tower at night, you can still hear it hum, like a machine waiting to wake up. This is Truth in the Shadows, where experiments end and nightmares begin.